people, welcome back to my channel. I'm back again with another video this week. For today's video, I wanted to talk about medical students and how to really take advantage of the opportunity that you have to be as valuable of a member to the team, especially like in the inpatient world. And I'm sorry, this is very unorganized. I'm really just sitting here on my couch rambling, but I think it's just a lot of helpful things that I've noticed that I feel like can help other people out there. So the first thing to be aware of, and you probably already know, people already say that you have a lot more time with the patients than anybody else on the team does. So you're not carrying as many patients, and you also don't have to do as much of the grunt work for those patients in terms of putting orders in and that sort of thing. You have a lot of time to really talk to the patients and maybe scratch the surface a little bit more than like I would with my patients. A lot of times I'm trying to get to know my patient in terms of their medical history and what have they done, and when was their last echo, and what was their last admission for, and all these sorts of things. But I feel like as a medical student, you can really get to know a lot more about the patient socially, their families, what matters to them, and those things can really be helpful in terms of their care. So I would encourage medical students to really own that, talk to your patients, and really get to know more of their social situation, because that is just as important as the medical stuff that we deal with. One thing that you could really help you excel as a medical student during rounds is paying attention to the information that's discussed about other patients that are not your own. This can make you stand out as a sub-intern, and then it can really just make you put you on a different level as a third-year medical student. When you hear something and we're debating about another patient that you're not following, and there's a clinical question that has been posed and there really hasn't been a specific answer to, take that opportunity, make a note, and within 10 minutes that you have free, search some things. You know, what can cause this constellation of symptoms, or what's an extra test that could be performed that we haven't done yet. That can be very valuable, and then you can present that the next day during rounds, or maybe in the afternoon if we do like a follow-up in regards to someone else's patient that you took the initiative to look into. That can show that you're not, you're thinking about the whole team. You're not only focused on your bubble of patients. Especially as a fourth-year medical student, if you're an acting intern, paying attention to what's happening to other patients that are not your own, it can make it obvious that you have the capacity to think about other patients besides the few that you're carrying. So another thing is, every day when you are looking up stuff for your patients and writing things down, getting ready to your pre-rounding and getting ready for rounds, when your patients have labs drawn, I think it's very important to critically think about those labs. Number one, if they're getting labs drawn every day, what are you trending? What are you looking for in the lab? So when you're reporting those things, you are not just going through each thing: sodium, potassium, chloride, bicarb, BUN, creatinine, glucose. You're not just going through these different things. You are focusing on the pertinent information about your patient and what you're following, and then translate that into your documentation, because it really says something to the attending who is reviewing your notes when you have interpreted those lab values as opposed to just copy and pasting them into the note. Basically, you want to show that you're thinking about the data on your patient and you're not just reporting. We always talk about going from all those different phases from, I don't even know, what is it? Reporter to interpreter to manager to teacher. Actually, I think that's what it is. So you're a reporter in your third year, interpreter in your fourth year, manager while you're an intern, and then a teacher while you're an upper level. Something like that. Don't quote me, but the point is, you want to show that you're already doing the next thing. So if you're in third year, you want to get into the interpreting stage. You really want to not just report those labs. And then as a fourth year, you want to already start showing us that you're getting into the manager phase. You know, you want to already have your plans ready. There's no questions about, or, you know, you're not coming into rounds with maybe statements. You're coming into rounds with this is, or I want to, or I would like to statements. I think that's very, very important. And that kind of goes into the next point, which is deciding. When you enter into this your resident physician role, one of the hardest things is being able to make a decision about your patient, meaning have a plan in mind associated with an assessment. The best way to combat that is to just make a decision. That decision might not be right. Half the time my decisions are not right. So it's not about being right or wrong. It's just about being confident and stepping up to the plate and saying, I want to do this. That's one of the things that can really take you from the eyes of just being an acting intern to really stepping into the role of an intern. So consider that when you're on your audition rotations, or you know, your acting internships at different places. You know. All right, you guys, I think that's all that I have. I'm sure more things will come to mind, and maybe I can make a follow-up video, but at this point in time, during this rambling session, which if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching the entire video. I think that's most of the advice that I have. Some of the things that I've picked up as I've been working with medical students over these last few months. Those are the things that make them stand out to me and make me remember them, to be perfectly honest. So I hope that helps you. Please share this with any of your other friends you know who are third years or fourth year medical students getting ready to go and do a rotation somewhere where they really want to be, where they really want to impress people. This is the end of my internal medicine wards month. I am moving into this block during October that is really just within our family medicine department, and I'm not actually going to be on a service. I get to actually pull back all of the interns. We all pull back into this one rotation where we're all together, and we do a lot of didactic learning and simulations and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to it because it's like 8 to 5 every day and all of our weekends are off. So it's really gonna be a nice break. But on the flip side, I am taking step 3 in November. I already have my dates picked. And so my step 3 schedule, which I've already made because I'm super organized like that, it starts Tuesday. It's kind of up and down. Like I do get to relax a little bit more and have more free time, but I'm gonna be spending a lot of that time studying. But either way, it'll be better than, you know, having all this extra pressure of so many things to do every single day. So I am looking forward to that break. I'm wishing you guys all the best in what you guys are doing and what you have coming up this week. Thank you for watching this video and listening to me ramble. Yeah, you guys are the best, and I pray for nothing but favor for you guys this upcoming week.